Paul, we join you ahead of another weekend at some great Irish tracks. First up is Fairyhouse tomorrow. What's Fairyhouse like to ride?
Yeah, quite enough weekend. Fairyhouse is a great track. Obviously hosts the Irish National. They're good fair track, big fences, and you definitely need a horse that stays to win in Fairyhouse.
Well, you've definitely got that. Your ride there tomorrow is Gold Cup winner, no less, Lord Windermere for Jim Colletti. Tell me a little bit about him.
Yeah, I rode him in his first run this year when he was just touched off by champagne fever in Thurles over a trip that would probably be on the sharp side for him. So no, he ran since in Leopardstown over Christmas and just never turned up, I suppose, on the day. But going back through his form, he's often disappointed in Leopardstown, so hopefully he can put that run behind him. They have cheek pieces on him tomorrow, which, from watching him even win a Gold Cup, I don't think it'll be any harm for him. So no, hopefully he can rekindle a bit of his old form, and it's a competitive renewal of the race without any standout horse being in it. Obviously Ross O'Sullivan's horse was very impressive winning the national trial in Punchestown a few weeks back, or Mayor even, and she gets £7. So on ratings, that gives her a massive chance.
Yeah, and that's your only ride at Fairyhouse. But I have a sneaking suspicion that you might be able to tell us a little bit about the Willie Mullins horse that runs in the bumper there tomorrow, Fulham Road. He hasn't run in 1,105 days. That was his only start in a point-to-point. He's obviously very fragile, but has he been going well at home?
Yeah, he's been very fragile, I suppose, is a good way of putting it. He had a huge reputation when he came to us. Everything he done at home was great. But any time we got him nearly ready, he'd go wrong. He almost got his run in Thurles. A couple of seasons ago, it was as close as he got to running. I think he might have even made it to the races if my memory serves me right. But no, hopefully he retains a lot of his ability. He's a horse we always thought a hell of a lot of. He just got no run with him. So fingers crossed now he can put all that behind him on Saturday and he can do the business, hopefully.
We head to Naas on Sunday, where you have two rides. First up is the maiden hurdle, the 220, Drumconnor Lad. His first time over hurdles, he looks like he just kept bumping into one in bumpers.
Yeah, he was impressive in a point. His only run a point he won. So yeah, he obviously has been placed in a couple of bumpers. He'd been running consistently well without winning. So Johnny Burke, actually, he'd have probably ridden him. He got injured again, so he put me in for the ride for him on him. He schooled him, says he jumps well, and I'd imagine they're hoping for a big run out of him. Willie's horse, Columbus, obviously, Picardy's backed up that boosted his form coming out winning the Grade 1. He was second to him in the maiden hurdle in Leopardstown over Christmas. So he's probably the form horse in the race, the one to take the beating. But my horse looks a nice horse, and whatever he does tomorrow, hopefully he can only improve for the experience over hurdles.
Willie's horse looks like the one to beat there, but with 23 runners, how do you as a jockey prepare for a race like that? Is it a case of having a list of horses that you want to steer clear of in your mind?
Probably, yeah. But as you well know, when you get to the start, that can often go out the window. Yeah, you look in a maiden hurdle like that with a lot of runners, you probably want to be in the first half dozen or close to it, just to stay out of as much trouble as you can, which is easier said than done a lot of the time. But no, hopefully my horse will have a bit of class and be able to carry me up handy away in the race, and hopefully he'll be good enough at the back of it then. He doesn't need a whole lot more improvement, I think, to go very close.
We move on till a bit later in the day. 4:50, you're riding He Rocks in the handicap chase, a 3-mile handicap chase. Top of the handicap, would you say he's in the grip of the handicapper?
He probably is. He runs consistently well, and doesn't do himself any favours as he's climbing the handicap. Then I won a race in him in Roscommon the start of the season, and he got a fair hike for that. I think he got £12 or £14 for winning that day. He was very good that day, and he ran a cracker race in the amateur chase in Punchestown back in January. So it'll be very hard to give way to a lot of these horses. They're probably more improvers in the race than him, so he'll be up against it, but I can imagine he'll put up a bold show again.
Perhaps of your three, or if not of your three, have you got a pick of the weekend in any of the races in Ireland?
I'd be hoping Drumconnor Lad can go very close. Himself and Lord Windermere, if he's back to his best. He's a Gold Cup winner. He's the class act in the race. If the cheek pieces help him, hopefully he'll go close. And Drumconnor Lad has a lot of promise. So I've not a busy weekend, but a nice couple of rides to look forward to.
Good, promising weekend for you. Good luck with that then, Paul, and we look forward to speaking to you next week.
No problem. Thank you.